Thanks, Robert. I rolled a 1 on my last strength check. Talents, are they working or not?
Talents should be working, yes.
All right, then can I re-roll, use a triggered action to discard that roll with good fortune and attempt to re-roll the 1?
Yes, sir.
Excellent day. That's something I would like to attempt to do.
And make it count.
I can't do that. Yay!
All right, well done. Much better.
So 2 of 4 appendages are loose.
All right, well, that's better. You're better off now than you were a couple minutes ago.
Yes.
Okay, so it looks like Jeremy's trying to get back in. We'll see if he succeeds here momentarily. So who is completely free from their shackles? Baranora, Blue. Anybody else? Vorvon. I thought Vorvon was free from his shackles. Oh, James isn't back yet. Okay.
Yeah, Vorvon is free.
Okay, so three
he
of
and I
you
are both waiting at our door, hoping that we can bust it open or that they're going to fall open.
Right, and unfortunately, the doors are still closed. In fact, they're actually kind of jammed now with the walls kind of buckled. But you spy out right in front of your door is where that hood thing was crushed, and you see a key ring laying on the ground right in front of him.
How far is it? 2 yards away, roughly? Is the grid pretty accurate?
It is 1 yard away, 1 yard down, and 1 yard. It's okay. Let me put it this way: it's 2 yards away from you horizontally, but 1 yard away from you vertically.
I see the down. Okay. All right. So looking through the door into the hallway through my little gap in my door there, and I see Baranora, who I've met before, and I make sure to point out that there's a key on the dead hood thing, and come and get me out of here before they take my scales. Come on, man.
I'm searching for a weapon first, see if the person's carrying any kind of weapon.
Okay. The most obvious weapons around you are lots of rocks. But give me a perception roll, and we'll see if you find something better.
No boons or banes?
Nope.
I've got a chain in here, Baranora, whatever your name is.
I'm already carrying a rock. 13.
Okay, you see the hilt of some weapon that is sticking out from underneath this rubble that this hood is crushed under. It just the ball end of it basically is sticking out. The rest of it is buried under the rocks, but you think you could probably manage to get it out if you work on it.
I will do that, and at the same time, with one of my hands, I toss the keys over to the snake guy.
Okay, toss the keys up. Snake guy grabs it through the window hole in the door, and Blue now has a set of keys as Baranora works on freeing that weapon. And it doesn't take much. You basically just have to get a good grip on it through the rocks, and you manage to pull free a short sword.
Cool.
All right, I am going to jam I'm just one key at a time until something unlocks this door.
Okay, you manage to get the door unlocked after a couple of tries, and you are now free to move about the cabin.
All right, so
as soon as I free you, hold on.
whenever you dynamic lighting my door away.
Yeah, the damn dynamic lighting is barring my way. Okay, there you go.
All right, so I'm going to step out and immediately go to the door to my next here and kind of peek through the hole and knock on it really loud. Anybody in there?
Which one? Mine?
Vorvon.
Oh.
Now, is there no way you can see me? Or
No, I'm trying to get out of here quickly and get as many people out of here at the same time. So if you say yes, you're in there, then I'm going to start unlocking that door.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
All right.
All right. After a few tries, you get the that door unlocked, and Vorvon is now free to feed on all of you freely.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to continue down to Bar and Nora. Are you free? You got your thing now?
Yeah, he said I got the sword out. So.
All right. Can you watch while I try and get these other doors open?
You have a way out of here?
No idea, but I need to find my keys to my ship. And I try and unlock Delanio's, our Italian pastry chef's door.
Okay. You've managed to find the key on the ring, and the door unlocks.
All right, I yell, "Come on, let's go!" And I keep moving to the next one.
I'm stuck.
Okay, this one, the door is slightly ajar as the frame has been smashed a bit by falling debris. And you don't need to unlock it, actually. You can just kind of squeeze through it, or you can force the door open at this point. Within, you see a cage of iron, and within, a sad pixie is chained to it.
Green guy, you want to get out of here?
Yes.
I'm going to reach over and go and unhook it from whatever it's hanging on and grab onto it and kind of actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to tie it to my chain and drag it around behind me. I will. I don't even have anything. Shit. All right, so I'm just going to carry it and the keys kind of like looped around my one hand as good as I can.
Okay.
And on my way back, I'm going to look in there at the Italian stallion and do I notice that he's still chained to the wall?
Sadly, he is still chained by two limbs are keeping him attached to the wall.
All right, I toss him a set of keys and say, "Come on, man, let's get a move on."
I will attempt to unlock these things if I can.
All right, you are able to, after a few tries, you find the right keys for the right. Well, actually, these are pins, so the keys don't do you any good. Sorry.
Oh.
You're going to have to get out the old-fashioned way, but through brute force.
That ain't gonna happen.
All right, does it? It won't even click to me. I've got freaking 8 insanity already. I'm completely whacked out of my mind right now.
All right, so blue is a little bit hyped up here.
Let's go. I need my stuff. I need to get my keys so we can get on our ship and get out of here. Lisa said that it would work if Lisa gave me her ship, so it's good.
Carrying me right now, or am I out of my cage?
I'm carrying you right now.
Okay. I'm going to, if I can, do we get some of our abilities, or?
Depends. What are you trying to do?
I want to activate my glow.
As long as you are attached to the iron shackles, your glow is not working.
Okay. Now, the iron doesn't affect the glow normally. The iron doesn't. That doesn't mean these aren't special, but...
Something about the cage is keeping you from glowing.
That's fine. I'll accept that.
Okay.
Where's that little guy in the other? Where's that little, not the littlest guy, but the medium guy? Isn't he out here yet? I gave him some keys. Where in the hell is he?
I can go over there, I guess. I don't see him. Oh, there he is.
Delano, yes, continue to make strength checks as the rest of the party moves around.
So is the door to Delano's cage shut?
It's still locked, but he has the keys.
Oh.
Or did I miss
I unlocked his door. I unlocked his door, but he's trying to get out of his shackles, and the keys don't undo them.
Well, I'm gonna try to break them for him. Thank you. I'm probably a little stronger.
My token is stuck there. No.
Behind that door?
Yeah, I can't move it.
Can't do that one.
Where'd you go? I'm not finding you. Oh, there you Yeah, you're stuck behind the dynamic lighting barrier. So there we go. You are free now.
All right.
There we go. All right.
I got one free for Delano.
Barnard, were you looking in that room?
He's not. I will as soon as he gets out of the damn way.
Okay.
Because I am looking for. I'm trying to find my keys.
Yeah, you have to climb over that rubble. As you do, you kind of squish the body of the dwarfish body of the hood, and some more liquid oozes out from underneath. But you get over the rocks, and you look inside the room, and the room looks like the ceiling caved in, half of it, and it looks like another hood creature has been crushed underneath it. Its arm is about the only thing that's left sticking out from under the rubble, and it's got a short sword sticking out. Not sticking out. It's got a short sword in its grip outside of the rubble.
All right. Well, I'll grab that short sword and toss it into the hallway and say, "Here, somebody take this."
Okay.
Clank,
Now,
clank, clank, clank.
in the center of the rear of the room, there is a basin. And the basin has also been cracked by the falling debris. And there is that murky water that is in the dome heads of the hoods apparently was also in this basin. And you look around the floor, and basically the floor is wet from the water that spilled out from the basin. And you notice in the corners of the room, those eels are kind of wriggling around, looking for a way out, basically.
All right. So I'm going to back out of that room, and if nobody's picked up that short sword, because I'm actually dragging Robert around with me still, technically.
Okay.
I will run into that room and start eating the eels.
All right. So as you go past me to eat the eels
Nice.
and suck the blood out of them, I will go find Delano and say, "Here's a little sword thing. See if it'll help you."
I'll take it from him and ask him to pull on this chain.
Yeah, I got one of them. So you're only secure. I think there's only one left, right?
One left, that's right.
All right. I'll pull on the other one. 9. I failed.
Do a mic test, Jeremy.
Check.
Oh, yeah, you perfect.
Hey, you sound good.
You too.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, gotcha.
All right, Zatada, Jeremy, Zatada. How do you say that?
Hey.
Zatada?
Thank you.
How do you pronounce your character's
You
name?
got it right. That is Zatada.
Zatada.
I don't.
All right,
Whatever.
so Zatada, we'll get to you in a moment. You are not with the rest of these folks.
I am blind and got it.
Okay. So back to the top of the screen. Did anybody get Delano out?
I have one appendage left. May I roll again on strength check?
You can, or somebody else can come in. I thought somebody was going in there to help him out.
I failed.
Yay!
Finally
Okay.
did so.
No worries. He managed to bust himself free.
All right. And you have a short sword.
And I have a short sword.
Okay, very good. So there are three of you free, and one of you is still in a cage. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yep. Okay, so
Like a
we'll
rat.
pause there, and we will go to another part of the prison where Zatada, I kind of like Zatada. Zatada, you
Go for it.
did you get the email that I sent you about how your character ended up here?
Yes, and that I am missing an arm. I'm missing an appendage.
Yes, you have an
Yeah, yep.
appendage that is missing. Or an organ. It could be an organ.
Does it have to be an important one? Or is it like, he's missing his spleen?
Well,
I'm
it
missing
will
one of my middle
correspond.
fingers, so.
It will correspond with your maimed condition. So if you choose the -2 to your speed for maimed, then it would make sense that something happened to your legs, or maybe they took one of your lungs. So your legs still work. You just can't run as fast or walk as fast because you can't
Or
take
they
in as
took
much
one of the
air.
muscles. Yeah, like they took the muscle out of the leg or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a leg injury is appropriate for my character.
Okay. All right,
She's
but
not the fastest, anyways.
all right. So you didn't really fare well in that procedure.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, you died on the operating table, and that's the last thing you remember until there was this brilliant flash of light, and you heard some voices in your head. You really couldn't make them out, but there were voices in your head just prior to the flash, and you felt this strong pull back to the reality of the mortal life that you left, because your spirit had ripped itself free from your mortal form and had started to go on to its final reward, but something stopped it, and it's these voices you're thinking convinced you to go back because you have some kind of purpose that you have not completed or that you need to complete. So you feel compelled to return to your body. And when you do so, you find yourself on a pile of corpses. It's about 6 feet. The pile itself is about 6 feet high. So there are dozens of corpses that you're laying on top of. It smells really bad. And you kind of are half buried under a few of those bodies. So you pull yourself out. But you find, you're looking at yourself and you find that you yourself are no longer the person that you remember. In fact, you are now the creature that you have become, which some refer to as a revenant.
A little paler, a little more bloated. Not quite so swift.
The coloring's
a little
off a bit.
deader.
You half dead thing.
The dead feeling on the inside is kind of moved to the outside.
Right, so you are actually down here at the bottom. Do you see your character?
I see it.
All right, very good. So when you awaken, the first thing you notice is that you're under a pile of corpses. The second thing you notice is that you're now a revenant. And the third thing you notice is a scratching sound that is very, it's kind of off in the distance, but it sounds like it's coming from the top of the screen, kind of off in this direction. It sounds like something is scratching away at bare stone. Something hard is scratching away at bare stone.
Can I see what it is?
You cannot, because it is behind the door that is in front of you.
Is the door stone?
The door is actually made of some kind of metal, steel, iron, something like that. You notice that the other doors around you are wooden. This door looks different than the rest of the doors. In fact, it's got it's a very sturdy iron door, and it's got a pretty big lock on it, like it's trying to keep something big and strong in.
Is on one end of the hallway it is a wall, and on the other end is that an opening?
To the left of you is a dead end, or to the left side of the screen is a dead end. To the right side of the screen, it looks like a big chunk of the prison is caved in, but it looks like you could probably wriggle around it through that opening that I just pinged. Did you see my ping?
Yeah.
So what would you like to do?
I think I'd like to try the wooden door closest to the dead end on the near the top.
Let's see here. Your choices basically are this opening right here, or there's an opening also towards the top, right there. There are 4 doors that line the cells towards the bottom of the screen, but there is a wooden door also here that is adjacent to the iron door. So you got several things to look at, but it looks like there's only possibly 2 ways out of this section.
I would like to go to the wooden door pointing upwards.
Up here?
Yeah.
Okay. You go to that door, and it does not appear to be locked.
And I will open it slightly to see what's inside.
Okay, you crack the door open, and the first thing you see is one of those hooded creatures standing in the corner. You're going to keep opening the door?
Close the door quietly. I would like to close the door quietly, and I think I'm just going to leave the area.
Okay. You try the opening to the top, and it is it looks like the remains of a cell. In fact, you see one of the the occupants of the cell crushed under, more than half of its body is crushed under the rubble. That person's clearly dead. You actually kind of peek into each of the cells that line the bottom of the screen, and each of those people are also either dead or dying from falling debris. The ones that are dying do not appear to be in any type of condition that you could help if you were inclined to do so. So it looks like the only other way out would be possibly through that opening there. And when you peek through there, that also appears to be the entrance, or it looks like it goes into the cell of one of the prisoners. This prisoner's actually been cut off at the torso, but he's still alive, and he's trying to crawl across the floor very weakly. And he sees you, and he kind of reaches up at you, and he very weakly says, "Help me."
Can I just get past him? I kind of know why I'm here, but I don't really feel like I'm in the mood to help people.
Okay.
I mean, what can I do? I mean, and put him out of his misery.
That is certainly an option. Or you can just leave him there.
That's the Jotun way.
Now the Jotun would have stabbed him to put him out of his misery.
That's what I was say. He would have crushed his head.
By the way, Jeremy, I don't know if you saw that.
I'm not.
You do have a token that I selected for you, so you should be
And I
able to move.
appreciate that.
So you can go ahead and move them to wherever you want. Okay, so while Jeremy is moving his guy, let's go back up to the other half of the team, and you guys kind
in
of.
my way.
Okay, I'll get to you here in a second, Jeremy. The rest of you are now able to kind of congregate, since most of you are free. You still have your pixie in a cage, but
Despite all the rage.
what are you going to do at this point?
Right here, there's another door, it appears. Is that door open like it looks like it is?
It is.
Can I peer into that door while our vampire is sucking eels off?
Okay. You peek into that door and you see it's a storeroom. It appears to have a couple of big crates and lots of sacks. You determine that this is where they make that horrible mushroom, or that horrible oatmeal mush that they feed you once a day. Comes from the grains that are in these moldy sacks, and the crates also have some other foodstuffs in it, but it looks like they are sealed, and they didn't bother, bringing out the good stuff for you guys, as long as there was still grain to feed you.
All right. Well, let's. I guess I'm gonna try and break open one of the sealed ones and toss. Delano is here. De Niro. He is here, and I'm just gonna start handing him foodstuffs just out the door, just kind of over my shoulder, throwing them to him.
Where are you at on the map?
Me, I am right here, almost right next to you.
Okay.
There, you're next to me now.
I'm supposed to be next to you. It's kind of thing at the moment.
No problem. I move around. I'm very flighty, so I'm going to move. My guy bounces around a lot.
What room are
We're right next. If you come out in the hallway, we're kind of in the hallway. There's the little storeroom there that I'm going through.
So the storeroom just ahead of you is where you are?
Yeah. So once we pull the food out of there, throw some of that to Delano.
Thank you.
We will.
I like Delano myself.
We'll
Whatever.
continue. Can we move over towards where the hottie is, the devil chick, and see what we see?
Okay.
There's another door still, isn't there? Is there one more door?
Yeah, there's another door there.
All right, yeah, let's see about that thing. I can't let a door go unopened. That is against my personal nature.
It appears to be unlocked, and when you open it, it has several barrels within. And as you open each barrel, you determine that these are just barrels of water that have been stored here, and most likely what has been fed to you throughout your stay. There are a couple of empty barrels. The rest are fairly full. And the water's freshness is questionable, but it is still drinkable at this point. So definitely something that you can take with if you can find something to hold it in. Otherwise, you're going to be carrying barrels around.
Yeah, I don't have that in my repertoire of skills. Any of you guys?
What's that?
Any of you guys have barrel toter as a skill? Because I'm not carrying a barrel of water.
I'll tell you, I don't drink water.
Oh, well.
I can't carry.
We've gotten that.
Got us in.
You got a little something right here.
Uh-huh.
All right, so now we'll kind of make our way around the corner here to where Baranora is and see what we see.
Okay.
So I guess we're rounding this corner here.
Sure, and the first thing you notice is up here on this raised platform, there appears to be a shrine of some sort. And you've seen this before when you've occupied these cells up here, just kind of through the windows, and it appears to be a holy shrine of some sort, and it's got a symbol that has been painted or somehow displayed on the surface of the shrine. The symbol appears to be it's got kind of a purplish background, but it's got it's got an eyeball basically in the center of it. If you zoom in, the symbol is what it is actually on the map. So if you zoom in, you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. But basically, it is it's like a burning eye, essentially. Not a Sauron, Lord of the Rings burning eye, but it's more of a sphere, and it's got kind of a halo around it, like it's burning, but it clearly is created to look like an eye. So there's some kind of eye motif going here for whatever it is that they are worshiping. But as you approach the platform, Baranora in particular, you're closest at this point. You are getting a weird kind of feeling washing over you as you approach the platform. In fact, what I'd like you to do is to give me a will challenge roll.
Oh yeah, 'cause I'm good at those.
That's
I heard sarcasm there.
That's a one.
Any boons or banes?
No boons or banes, just straight up.
11 minus 1, 10. Ooh, that was cool.
Okay, you started feeling yourself. You started seeing your vision kind of going hazy, but then you kind of shook your head and backed away a little bit, and you managed to get yourself back under control. It was like something was trying to get into your head, but you managed to back off in time. But anyway, that is really about the only thing of interest on the shrine that you can see. There doesn't appear to be any weapons, or the only other thing up there's a couple of torches that have been affixed to the walls that make them in handy.
Can they be pulled out of the sconce that they're in?
They can, and they could be used as a makeshift club if you so desired.
So that
Hey, Vorveron, do you want some of this flaming club?
I will hiss at him when he points fire in my face.
Oh, sorry, boss. Sorry, bud.
Yeah.
that eye on the door, was it on a door?
It's on a temple. It's on the temple
It's on
shrine.
an altar. Yeah, on an altar.
Okay, that's the cult of the blind eye.
Cult of the Blind Eye.
Yeah, that's what they call themselves, and they're, they do whatever they're doing, harvesting crap, but evidently they've got a main headquarters called the Temple of the True Sun, and it is said that they have portals to other worlds inside that temple.
Are they related to the Children of the Sun, or do you know?
Not that I know of, but that doesn't
All right.
mean anything. I just got this from some guy in a cell. He was kind of crazy.
I understand.
But
Well, I got the Children of the Sun are who sponsored my spaceship. And if we can go and find it, then we might be able to go to them. Maybe they know the people that know the other people.
there might be a shrine, though. In the shrine, there might be a way to go to another world. Of course, you'd miss the spaceship, I guess.
While they're looking at that, I've already peeked all the way down this hallway.
All right, and as you peek around that hallway, you notice that there is some movement down towards the center of that hallway. And as you kind of try to make out what it is, you notice that it is another one of those hoods that is partially buried underneath another rock wall that has collapsed. This thing is, both of his legs are trapped, but the rest of him is free. And he seems to be trying to free himself. And that is when he looks up with his weird dome head, and all the eels inside all of a sudden point to you in your direction, and they notice you. And so at this point, we're going to go into an encounter, because this thing is programmed to do one thing, and that is to put you guys back in your cells.
All right.
Any means possible. So let's go ahead and get this party started and get your slow or fast turn order. set up there, and we'll see how combat works in this game.
Just for a practice, Jeremy, click on your token, and then up a corner, there should be something that says initiative. Click on that, and that should be your turn order.
And
You can
Jeremy,
choose fast or slow. Yeah.
Jeremy actually can participate in this because Jeremy, just as you come out from that guy's cell, a weird little eye creature detaches itself from the ceiling and drops to the ground and looks at you and starts crawling in your direction. So you can go ahead and join in the combat. Yours is going to be solo, unfortunately, but I'm sure you'll do fine. So
This is Shadow of the Demon Lord. Nobody does fine by themselves.
Throw rock.
Optimism.
One last time.
Optimism.
there's just a tiny little eye creature. Surely you can best that, right?
I don't know. My first
With
game session,
no
I
weapon.
died to a sickly wolf at level 0. So
Okay, so let me get my hood
I have
in the turn
Perfect
order.
idea that is fitting.
All right, man, this is a big turn order. All right, awesome sauce. All right, both of my guys are going slow. So let me denote that with this awesome button that Dan fixed up for us.
There we go.
All righty. So those of you that are going fast, go.
Where's the initiative? Damn it. Whoops.
All right, I am going to say, hey, little hoodie guy, if you tell me where my keys and other stuff are, I will get you out from under those rocks, and then I'm going to move.
Okay.
Back behind the vampire.
Nice.
And I'm going to point him, say, hey, there's somebody trapped under a rock. He might have more blood than an eel.
Okay, that was Blue. Who's next?
I am going to do something really, really stupid. I am going to desecrate the temple, the shrine.
That's a great idea. I'm serious. I like the idea. If I care
I
about
have,
anything in the
I have
world,
no idea. There's a fight going on, and I'm standing right next to the shrine. So
All right,
she's
that's
mad.
excellent.
She's an angry teenager, and she's destroying the shrine.
if
That's
I
fantastic.
cared about anything in the world, I'd be right there with you.
That's excellent. So let me have you, as you approach the shrine, that feeling of uneasiness washes over you again. So let me have you do another will challenge roll, this time with one bane.
Ooh. 15 minus 3.
Okay. Once again, you feel yourself losing control of your senses, only to pull yourself back from the abyss, and you shake it off. Just in time to pull your pants down and let her rip.
Who's getting
I wasn't going to go that far. I was just going to take the sword and start stabbing. But
Oh, I'm
Works
sorry.
too.
I thought you were going to go full bore on it. Okay.
no,
No problem.
I'm destroying the shrine, not making it smell.
Gotcha.
I would do it.
Okay, as you scratch at the symbol, the eye symbol, you feel kind of an electrical kind of buzz shooting up your arms a little bit. And have you taken any damage?
I have taken 1 from dislocating my thumbs.
Okay, you heal 1 point of damage.
Oh, wow. That was very nice
But
of them.
that electrical buzz goes away quickly as you scrape away at the eye symbol and basically deface it.
I
all
feel
right.
happy.
That was Baranora. It looks like that's all the fasts. So I don't have any fasts. So who's going to go first on the slow turns?
Not me.
I guess I can. Let's see.
Do it.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Feed me.
Yeah, I will attempt to bite him. Is he frightening?
That's a good question. Let me take a look at what the hood is all about. He is not frightening. He is just a monster.
Okay, then he needs to take a will check when I bare my fangs to him.
I got some of those.
Yep.
But they're inside headgear right now because we haven't bothered taking it off yet.
All right, he is not scared of me.
He is not scared of you yet.
Yeah. Let's see if he's scared now. No, he's not.
Still waiting to be scared.
Be afraid.
Okay.
Oh, that's the fence. You did try to bite a fishbowl.
Yep.
Well, technically, he tried to put a fishbowl.
I think
Yeah.
I think you're a
He
little
doesn't even
high
have the
on
eye.
fish blood.
Meh.
Okay, so sorry, Vorvon. Maybe next round. This guy wiggles out of your way just in time, and we'll respond to you here shortly. Who is next on the
No,
slow
wait,
list?
he's on. Well, it wouldn't matter. But he is on the ground. Dang it. He was
Have a
prone and
plan.
You know what? You're right. I will give you. Well, even with
Well,
a
even
even with a
even
boon,
with-
you're not going to hit him.
Rolled too low. Rolled way too low.
Yeah. So sorry. All right. Next up.
Alano.
Can I
Oh, go
pick
ahead.
up the guy who was crawling for help
Uh-huh.
and put him in front of me like a shield?
You certainly can.
And if the eye comes closer to me, I'm going to use his arms.
Okay. So you're literally making a meat shield out of him.
That is not very nice.
My character's kind of, recently died, so nice. It's a loose term.
I'm just throwing that out there that in this world, if you do unnice things, you tend to get pretty dark.
He's okay with
My
it.
character's died already, and
Okay, so you managed to grab the guy as your action. You grabbed the guy and propped him up in front of you as a meat shield. Since you're going on slow turn, you can still move if you want to.
I'll stand my ground.
Okay. In that case,
And-
Delano is our last one to go. So
Now, I'm trying to figure out where the fishbowl guy is because when I move the lighting,
There's no light in there, so you can't see him because it's dark.
really.
You'd have to bring a torch with you. Yeah, Vorvon
yes,
can
yeah.
see in the dark, so.
I can,
Yeah.
I can see in the dark.
Oh, you poor guys who can't see in the dark.
And you can too, I guess. Can the Naga see in the dark?
No, I can't. That's why I ran away.
Oh, okay.
Where's
all right, Delano, you can go up and grab a torch if you want.
Yeah, is that up there to the top of the map there in between?
Here's one right here.
All right.
And there.
You can try to
there.
climb this wall if you don't want to go all the way around.
So that gets me to the torch. And then I guess this would put me.
Well, you think a minor action maybe just to pick it up, and then you can maybe move again and come towards me.
All right, at least come to here, right? With the torch.
Yeah, it's only 6 spaces. So I would think that's pretty
And my
logical.
move is, or my speed is 6, so I can do that, right?
Yeah.
All right, very good.
Now, is the speed 6 after the minus?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it would be. So yeah, that's really all you can really do right now.
I don't even know what my speed is. Oh.
You didn't do anything to your speed, right?
All right, well, that's my
No.
turn then.
All right, so now we got a torch over there.
Yeah, let me
Keep the fire away from me.
I've
let me put that right there. So does that help you?
Yes. Thank you.
I had issues with initiative, so I still need to go. But I'm not doing much. I'm going to try to get out of my chain.
Do I notice him rattling around in his cage? Because I've actually forgotten about him.
Yeah, you do.
The cage is kind of going back and forth.
Oh, shit, okay.
He's squeaking. Get me out of here, fucker.
All right, I know what I'm doing
Can't
next
you
round.
see the green glow?
I was just carrying his ass around and forgot there was something in the suitcase.
Just trying to move around.
All right.
All right, excellent. So now it's the bad guys' turns. And the Hood, he is going to react to the most present danger in front of him. And he's going to swing with his long knife and try to
Cut me.
try to get your legs.
Cut me, Mac. Cut me. Oh yeah.
That's 16 versus defense.
Yeah. Yeah, he got a pretty big hole in my leg.
Yeah, these guys are a pretty serious threat. If they hit, and this guy did hit for 9 damage. So he might have drawn a little bit of blood from you.
Just a tad.
Bled you a little bit. All right, that was the Hood's turn,
just
and
a
now
nit.
the
I just drank that.
now the Lash Crawler will leap up on the meat shield and will start. What does a Lash Crawler do? It lashes out with its tendrils, so it's basically slapping away at the dying half man that you have propped up as a meat shield. And the half man is going, "Oh, help me, God, this is horrible. I'm dying. I'm already cut in half, and now I'm being flailed to death."
You deserve death. You're only half a man.
I think, yeah, you're less than a man.
Wow. That's
All right,
cruel.
just to give you an idea of what the little Lash Crawler does, damage-wise, he will hit the meat shield,
Jesus.
and but he doesn't inflict too much damage, but it's enough to kill it. So the,
You know,
the
long
meat shield
knife.
goes dead weight in your grip.
Now am I
Use the
holding?
man to
Now am
beat
I
the
holding the meat shield, or am I just propping up the meat shield?
Well, whichever you want to do. If you're just propping him up, he kind of slumps forward a little bit.
I was hoping to be holding him.
Well, you
If
can
at all
hold him
possible.
too. Either way, it's up to you.
Okay.
All right, so that was the bad guys. Now we go on to round the second, and let's get the fast and slow turns back up. And those of you that are going fast may proceed to do so.
Hey, Nelson, I'm going to give you one more kicker. If only you can do this, but on the turn order, there's a little gear near the bottom, I think. And if you click on it, there's a button that says sort alphabetically, and it'll put all the fast first and all the slow second. Ha.
Well, it certainly does.
How
That
about
is
them
excellent.
apples?
Yeah,
All right.
if you'll notice, I put the the round just so that I can keep track of what round it is, and I also put the end of round because I always forget to ask, and I forgot last round. I always forget to ask if there's any end of round actions that need to happen. So going back to the end of round 1, are there any end of round activities that need to take place? Okay, if not, then we will move on to round 2, and all you fast guys go fast.
All right, I'm going to see if any of my keys will unlock Green Glow's cage.
No, they're all too big.
All right, then I'm going to just see if I can bend it enough, or like, can I pull apart Green Glow's little baby chains? Like, I mean, are there little tiny chains that a normal person could just break?
You can try. Give me a strength challenge roll.
All right, I'll do that. I'm going to give myself a moment of clarity. Strength with 1 boon. Yes, success.
Excellent.
17.
All right, yeah, you managed to wrap that little chain around your fist and yank really hard, and without dislocating Green Glow's shoulder, you managed to break the chain off the side of the cage. So Green Glow, you still have the shackle or the manacle around your arm, and you have a length of chain that is attached to it, but you are no longer attached to the cage itself, but you are still in the cage.
I hold up my arm and go, "Look, dude, I got the same thing, man."
So I still have iron all over me. Did I get some of my powers back that are not iron?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes.
Just checking. I'll start working to try to get these shackles off.
Here's the thing: apparently this cage has been prepared especially for you. So if you start flying and you're not physically in contact with the cage, then its power dampening doesn't have any effect on you. It's only when you come in contact with the cage that it negates your some of your Fey abilities.
Okay. Well, yeah, other than the fact that the iron naturally negates 1 or 2 Fey abilities.
Right.
So, I'm still going to try to get the shackles off if I can.
Okay.
How secured is it? I mean, how is it secured?
It's fairly secured to your wrist. You can try to break or you can dislocate your thumb like Barnora did, or
you know what? I can probably still fly, so I'll just, at least fly so he doesn't have to keep carrying the cage. But I'll just not be invisible for a while.
Okay. All right. So that was Green Glow. Who else wants to go fast? Anyone?
Yeah. Nope, I'm slow.
Vorvan.
Yeah. I'm good. I'll try to fight him again. I think I got him.
Nice.
Very nice, Vorvan. You managed to sink your teeth into this one, and you get a good chunk of meat in your mouth. You start sucking, and this guy starts to flail around in your grip as you damage him to the tune of 5 points. But he is still alive and kicking. Well, not kicking because they're trapped under the rubble, but he's alive and flailing. But you can feel him weakening under your grasp. Okay, that was Vorvan on his fast turn. Who's next? Blue, you're next. Blue or Zatada?
I'll go. Can I use... This is going to sound really weird. Can I use the meat shield to assist in body slamming the eye? or the lash.
Well, clarify for me. Are you going to try to smash the eye creature with the body, or are you trying to like push him back?
Yeah, well, I'm essentially going to jump up so the lash is on the bottom, and then there's meat shield, and then there's me on top. And
Okay, so
push
that's
him
going
into
to
the
be
ground.
I'm going to count that as an improvised weapon. So just go ahead and make your attack roll. And with that, let's see. Does anybody know improvised weapon off the top of your head?
It's just one bane, I believe.
One bane.
Okay. I need. How do I roll that?
Let me look something up real quick, like. See if there is an improvised weapon. Improvised activity.
How does a body work as an improvised weapon?
Well, you're basically trying to crush him crush the creature with the body, right?
That's
Yeah,
not your body.
and myself.
Yeah.
It's going to be on page 105 in the standard book.
All right, 105. Improvised weapons. Excellent. So let's see here. This is going to take 2 of your hands. So let's see. When you attack with an improvised weapon, you make an attack roll with 1 bane, and the weapon deals damage based on how you wield it. So it's going to take both your hands to use this thing as a weapon, just because the torso is just too bulky to use one-handed. So you can manage 1d6 damage if you can hit it. So make your attack roll. It would be strength-based, and you have 1 bane.
So is that? What do I type in to roll that?
Probably the easiest thing to do is just make a strength roll and add 1 bane to it.
Well, you're on your character sheet, right? You see your character. And an easy way
I
to do
will
it.
open up.
Yeah, easy way to do it is from there.
Or you can do what Blue says down there. Type in /roll space 1d6 minus 6. Minus 1d6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm used to typing it out. So.
Sadness. That is not enough to hit a lash crawler. These things are a little bit spry.
Yeah,
Plus
he's
his
got
strength modifier will make it 9.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Plus
still
1.
9 is not going to be enough.
Oh, and I doubt it.
Yeah, so you basically get this big torso. You try to smash this thing with it, and it jumps out of the way. And as it does, your act of smashing this on the body on the ground just causes its guts to kind of spill out the back, and kind of get all over the front of you. And I'm going to have you give me a will challenge roll, because that's pretty gross.
I think it's pretty
roll
cool.
1d20 versus
roll
1d20. Okay.
What kind of roll is he making?
Will challenge roll.
Oh yeah, these sheets don't have the thing next to them.
Right.
As long as his will's not negative, he should be good.
Wait, what?
Hopefully
Okay.
not. Hopefully not.
Yeah, very good. You are not your insanity or your sanity is not challenged by the fact that these guts are spilling out onto your feet.
So you're using half of someone.
All right, that was it for Zatada. Blue, you're the last fast.
No, I unlocked the green glow.
Gotcha. Okay, Now we go to the slow turns. Baranora and Delano. Who wants to go?
Go
Oh,
ahead,
you're-
Delano.
Oh, your hood's in fast, isn't he?
Yeah, that's my bad. That hood was supposed to go slow. I hit the wrong button.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha.
This
As a
here,
GM, you can, yeah, that's what you can do right there.
so next to the to Vorvon, this thing with the red, that's the enemy guy, right?
Yeah. He's trying to stab me.
All right.
Well, you could bite him in the meat.
I will come here and attempt to stab him with the short sword.
All right.
You get one boon because he's on the ground prone.
Okay.
All right.
Does that include the boon? I believe it does. So, sadly, that is insufficient to
All right.
penetrate the hard leather armor that this creature is wearing.
Gotcha.
I tell him you got to stab harder.
All right.
Heard that before.
Good effort. Good effort, team. Maybe next round we'll do better. And Baranora, you're next.
Yep, I'm gonna come up and stabby stab. From the other angle.
Get one boon, baby.
Does a 13 hit it?
A 13 is not sufficient to penetrate that hard leather.
Green glow. It looks like we're gonna have to go do the work for this group, huh?
Incidentally, the pile of boulders that is on top of it is quite high and could be compelled to be pushed further onto it if one were to be so inclined to do so. Just saying. So that is it for the slow, your slow actions. Now it's mine. And the Lash Crawler will now attempt to skitter over the torso and take a swipe or two at Zatada. And here we go. And sadly, it misses. Sadly for him. Gladly for you, it misses with its eyelash. And then the hood will, now that he has 3, but he can't really see Baranora because she's behind him. He is going to let's see. He's going to take a swipe at Delano. What the heck? Because this vampire is like attached to him. Let's see here. Long knife.
That thing hits for some damage, man, when it hits.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Except this time.
Yikes. Well, he hit solidly, but thankfully it was just a scratch for 2 points of damage.
Neg. Well, he has one bane to his attack. Not that it matters.
No, you rolled 3 6s, so it doesn't
It wouldn't have done anything.
I do want to say it does have one bane to his attack.
All right, so that was that's it for round the second. Let's move on to third round and see if we can't dispatch these two. So those of you that go on fast, go on fast. Both of my guys are still going on slow.
I'm gonna try to knock these rocks onto this dude.
Very good.
Since I know I can do that.
Well, you got on top of the rock, so that's how you know.
Yeah. Is that a strength roll or is that an attack?
That'd be a strength roll.
Boons or banes?
Nah, straight up.
All right. 18.
18 is more than sufficient. and you manage to knock the top boulders off, and they just basically roll down the side of this big pile of boulders and causes kind of a minor avalanche. The big boulder that you pushed off lands squarely on the dome of this thing and just smashes it. The liquid just kind of disperses everywhere. A couple of the eels try to wriggle out, but they get trapped underneath the boulders, and they're just like frantically wiggling around trying to get out from underneath these boulders, but they are lodged in there, but good. And
You still see him though, right?
the body of this,
The
dwarf
We can see
thing,
the eels though, right?
yeah, the body of this dwarf thing just stops moving altogether.
Okay. Well, I'll take a healing. I'll take my blood pool down, and then I immediately eat the eels.
Okay.
So I heal a whopping 1 because of this. I heal 1
Nice.
point, and then I eat, and I suck on eels to get my blood point back.
All right, one's better than nothing, and yeah.
My
thanks for the-
character is slightly insane, so she starts giggling uncontrollably.
Nah.
All right, thanks for the visual on the sucking on the eel. And
That's why I'm here.
Vorvon, you doing anything else?
No, that's it. I need to do that. So.
He's done plenty.
All right, Delano, you are the last fast.
All right, I am swinging at this guy, and hopefully going to do better than the last time.
Well, I think
You
he's
swinging at a dead
He's
guy?
dead. Yeah, he's gone. He's dead.
Oh,
He's,
crap.
he's
Need to
pretty
go
much
help.
not moving anymore, so.
Need to help Zatada. If we can.
Which direction is he then?
Can we hear Zatada fighting?
Give me a perception roll.
He's literally just been using.
I
He's
am.
just been using a corpse to like slap at this thing.
Well, that's some clapping you're doing.
Okay, Blue does not hear anything other than what's going on in the immediate vicinity. However, Vorvon and Delano, you do hear sounds coming from elsewhere in this complex. They seem to be coming from around this corner, and it sounds somewhat nearby, but you can't quite make out what it is.
All right, we'll head that way. I'm going.
I think 6 will get me here, which is my move,
Okay.
or speed, actually. Can I double that stand to run?
Here, you might want to carry your torch with you.
I'm sorry.
No, actually, I think I have to give you control of the torch in order for you to
You
Yeah.
would.
be able to move it. So let me just do that now. I'll give everybody
Alright.
control of it. Okay, so there you go. And yeah, you from around the corner, you can definitely hear the sounds of screaming coming from
Good.
this chamber. And Vorvon is the first to get to the opening, and when you look inside, you can see the surgeon basically cutting up one of the prisoners on a side table.
But he's not facing. He's not facing us, all right.
The surgeon is facing the prisoner, and he's basically sawing at him with some sort of surgical saw. The prisoner is still alive and conscious, and is quite clearly in pain as whatever limb. Let's go with the leg. The leg is being sawed off, and you can see from your vantage point that there are two bodies that the surgeon is focusing on. There's a body directly in front of him that appears to be looks like a patient maybe, and then there's a body to the right that the surgeon is actually working on right now. Let me put him over there, and he's hacking away at the leg of this thing. There's damage in this room as well, but apparently the surgeon is unperturbed by the earthquake and is continuing his procedure.
He loves his job. I'm just gonna walk by like, you know.
Clearly, he's a leg guy.
Yeah, I just walk by him. I'm not going to make any motion at all and just walk right on by.
Okay, but you do find your progress impaired by a cave-in that's directly in front of you. It is quite high. It reaches almost to the ceiling. There's just maybe a foot gap between the ceiling and the top of this pile of rubble. So you would actually have to go around it if you want to continue on down this hallway.
No. Now, could something size get through there?
All right, so Vorvon moved
Because
there.
I've
Delano
heard
moved.
someone say that there's a pixie around here. I don't believe it, but if we do have it.
Oh, there's one. It's right here.
Well, you did see it because when I was in the cage, I was totally visible. Actually, I'm still visible.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As long as I've got the iron shackles.
Well, then I now do believe that we have a pixie. Do I think the pixie fit through and get through?
Okay, so James.
No. Yeah. Well, could a pixie get through that? Because you said what? There's a foot. You know?
Yeah. You think you could probably dig your way through the top if you want to go over the pile, or you can try to go around it.
Okay.
You want to try to climb it?
No, I'm going to wait. I actually don't, and I was going to wait maybe for the pixie to go through it.
Okay. Anybody else going fast? Delano, you moved. Do you still have your action? So what else would you like to do?
I can't go any further. That's correct.
Yeah, you just go 6, right?
I only went 6.
For your action,
Mhm.
as an action, if you want, you can rush, which means that you will be able to move again, but that would take your action.
That's fine. How much further down the map can I get? 60
Another
With
right behind
rush,
me.
I believe it is twice your movement,
Yeah, that's twice.
twice
Yep.
your speed.
And then also remember that we are using the step action, which lets you use your triggered action to move 1 square.
Correct.
So you could technically move 1 more square.
All right.
Okay.
That
So you get there and you see basically the same thing I described earlier. You see the surgeon in there working on somebody that's screaming.
Yep. All right.
Okay. Slow turns. Blue and Zatada. And Griglow.
Zatada can go ahead.
Can I try to get? I'd like to use a rock from the cave-in if I can.
Sure.
Try
Lots
to
of
hit
rocks.
Crawler.
Lots of rocks. Go for it. Do you want to use it one-handed or two-handed? Okay, that is a solid hit. You smash that boulder down on the eye thing. Do your damage, 1d6. Excellent. You bring that thing square down on that eyeball, and it just goes splat, and eye juice just goes everywhere. The lashes are like flailing around for a second, then they just go limp. Well done.
I'm going to raise both arms in victory.
Well done, Delano. Also give me a perception challenge roll.
Who, me or?
Yes, Zatada. Oh, sadness. Okay.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Can I use my halfling good fortune to let him re-roll that?
Gotta
No,
be.
You're
it's
not
short-
anywhere
short
near him to do
range.
that.
Ah,
Given them short range or someone.
blah.
You don't know I exist yet.
Nah.
Sadly, not quite yet.
He senses you need help.
I like the teamwork thinking.
Clearly.
Just hold on to it. All right, that was Zatada. Now it's Blue's turn.
All right, I moved a bunch already. I moved enough to get the other torch off of that wall, and I have 4 more points. And so I'm going to move down this little corridor.
Okay. You got like the giant torch.
No, I just grabbed one. I just didn't shrink it. I can't shrink it. I can just grab it. So, and I can get to that point right there.
Okay. You can see around the corner that it looks like you found the way out. There appear to be some stairs going down, and you can just make out the hint of a big set of double doors. There seems to be a bluish glow coming from that corridor down there as well. So something magical is glowing down there.
All right, I'm going to yell back and say, I found the door. We need somebody to open it after we find my keys. And that's all my movement that I've got. So
Excellent. And that takes us, I believe, to the dead hood, which I can now remove, and the dead lash. Okay, Green Glow, you're up. Are you still stuck in that cage?
No, he got me out of the cage.
he's just got iron chains on him, but no cage.
Okay, good.
So that's 5 hexes, and those are 1 foot each.
Or 1 yard.
Yeah,
Oh,
each
one
square is a yard.
Okay, and our move is based on yards?
Yep.
Yes.
Move speed, okay. Damn it.
If you want to use the range ruler, you can see how far any point is from point A to point B.
Okay. And I think I'm. Oh, dadgummit. For some reason, moving my guy's been a pain in the butt.
You can hit stuff. You gotta be careful not to hit things.
As you go by me, I'd say, don't touch the door.
Get to there. So I guess I could see the door. Well, that kind of ought to move me there. I don't want to be over that circle. What is that circle?
You see, it's it looks like a glyph of some sort. Magical writing that has been etched into the stone, and some kind of magical juice has been poured into it to cause it to glow. What it does, you don't know.
That was one of the rumors we heard, that it's warded. So.
Okay. Okay, well, I guess that kind of ends my movement anyway. So.
Very good. All right, so we are out of combat, actually, so you can actually move about the cabin freely at this point. The surgeon has not noticed you. He is busy at work doing his surgery. So where would you like to go, and how would you like to get there?
I just moved back and look for everybody. Where did everybody
I'm
go?
going to take my murdering rock and move forward.
I'm moving up here
I'm checking out the door and looking at it.
because I need to find my keys still.
Okay, the missing keys.
I'm gonna
and
use my agility to go up through the cave-in thingy, up and over.
I'll start whispering to everybody I walk by that the surgeon is nearby and tell him where he is.
Okay, Zatada, you should be able to move a little bit more freely now. I adjusted the barriers just a bit. So give that a go.
Okay.
Okay, so you all have started progressing down that hallway. Baranora, you're able to easily get around that cave-in. You see another cave-in. It's not blocking your way, though, and you see that long hallway. You can see in the dark, right?
Yep, I have dark sight.
Yeah. Okay, so Delano, I assume you tell Blue that the surgeon's right around the corner. So what are the three of you going to do?
Do you think he has the keys that you need?
He has to have our stuff somewhere, doesn't he?
That Naga logic of yours.
It's just I need to get my
Optimism.
keys. I wouldn't be doing Lisa any favors if I didn't get her my keys back.
Who's
One
Lisa again?
of you heard a rumor about your stuff.
Who heard that rumor?
I don't
Good
remember.
thing I'm not with them.
Oh, okay.
Mine was about what kind of people they were.
Okay,
Probably the guy we
so
haven't come across yet.
Baranora, you get to the bottom section of the other section of the prison. You hear a lot of moaning and groaning coming from inside the cells, and you see somebody moving around a torso. He's kind of ashen colored skin, got dark circles around the eyes, but he is moving around. He doesn't look like a hood.
Where exactly at?
Right there.
Is that this guy?
Yeah, and Zatada, you see a small humanoid female come into view. She's kind of looking around curiously. You also see Baranora, another one of those eye shrines up here.
Oh.
I'm slowly backing away from the weird-looking man.
So from the entire party is what you're saying.
Oh. I promised he was dead when I got here. Just hands up, holding the murder rock.
Baranora, give me a perception check for me, please.
Any boons or banes?
Nope.
13 plus 1.
Okay, so you got a glimpse of this figure moving around, and your initial thought is to back away, but then you remember sharing a cell with this guy at one point. He just didn't look this sickly before. He looked a little bit more lively at that time. His name started with a Z, but you can't really quite remember.
She's halfway insane right now anyways. So she sees this guy. The first thing that comes to her mind is that guy turned this dude into something. One of those creatures run around and she bolts.
Sure. All right, Zatada, you recognize Baranora pretty quickly because you did share a cell with her and you thought she was halfway good looking. So you do retain that memory of her, even though it was before you died.
Young and evil.
Okay, so back up to the top here. We've got Blue, who's really wanting to charge this a-hole.
I charge.
All right.
Yeah,
so-
let's do it. Bring it.
So what are you gonna
Charges
do?
just as Barnard comes over, he running over here screaming.
Swing the rock.
Yeah, I want to wait till the entire party's here.
As I just go slithering on in there at full speed with big metal dental work all around my head bobbing in the air as I run. I can barely hold it up. And I drop this torch kind of as I get in here, and I swing with this chain overhead and smack down onto this guy.
All right, let me do one thing here. See if he notices you as you are charging in, or if he is.
Yeah, I'm not like yelling a battle cry or anything, you know. But,
Sure. But he
No,
is.
but Barnara is screaming. Screaming as she's running the other way.
He is extremely engrossed in his work. When he's in surgery, he is like he's in the zone. So
right.
I'm going to give him a bane on this, and if he fails, oh sadness, he does not fail. He does notice you, so you do not get a surprise round.
No problem.
So let's get that turn order up, and let's get those turns rocking and rolling. The surgeon, excuse me, will go slow.
Slow and steady.
Fast turns go fast. At will.
All right, so I am going to attack, and I'm going to use a. Can I cast my spell at this point, or is this headgear still keeping me from doing that?
No, you are no longer impaired as you were in your cell. You can do what you normally do.
All right, so as a reaction to my attack, I'm going to cast this using the triggered action number 1. So when I make an attack roll, number 2. When I make an attack roll, not using will, I can instead use will, and I get a boon. So I'm then going to swing my chain at this guy.
Okay.
And my chain attack is agility. My will's 2 higher, so I get to add 2 more to whatever this comes up as. So a 17 defense for 4 damage.
All right, that does hit solidly, and you slap the surgeon across the back with your chain. And
how do you like me now, biatch?
You definitely get his attention as a big chunk of flesh detaches from his back, and you can see it kind of slide out from underneath his surgeon's coat.
All right.
That gets his attention, and he turns around and looks at you, and he says, "Well, got out of your cages, eh? I shall have to make short work of you." And he's going to have to wait to make good on that promise, as Delano goes before him.
All right, let's bring the pain. Yeah.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
He's about to see the way I roll.
All right.
Boom.
Woo-hoo!
Hey, there you go.
All right,
pretty good to me.
sword for the win.
Prick.
You hit him.
Okay,
Give him a paper cut.
you managed to get him for a point of damage, and he looks down at you, slightly annoyed, and he says, "I had plans for your head."
That's what she said.
Yeah, that's not disturbing at all. And okay, and that is it for your fast turns. So now the slow turns go. Green Glow, Vorvon, or Baranora. Who wants to go first?
Go ahead.
Where's the other guy? You should be on the turn order as well.
Slow.
Yeah, you're going slow.
I didn't even know if I saw the.
You saw me, so you might be running after me, who came screaming away from you.
True.
Okay,
I
so
do
we
want
got
to figure
the
out
4
what
of
is
you
actually
left.
going on.
Well, you're hearing some commotion. So you are hearing something going down.
All right, who's going first?
I can. Oh yeah.
Do it. Get in here and get some good sucking action.
Go ahead, drinker of blood.
That's how we do it. Hopefully. I'm gonna try to grab him with my long, sharp claw hands. Oh. Just too strong.
I forget how grabbed. You just have to hit to grab.
Yeah.
I need to hit his agility, I think.
Yeah. His strength against the other guy's strength or agility, whichever he no.
Yeah. Strength or agility, whatever's higher.
Yeah, that doesn't hit either.
Nah, I wouldn't think so.
Okay. You got anything else, Vorvon?
No, that's it.
Alrighty. And we move on to the next slow.
How big is this table that he's working on?
It's the size that you see there. It's about a little over a yard and a half.
Would it cost me any movement to jump on top of it? Any extra movement?
Nah, just give me an agility challenge roll just to make sure you don't fuck
Slip
up
on the
in
board.
a hilarious way.
I got a 10. Straight 10.
All right. No problem. You're able to leap up on the table and not
And then
not
I'm going
slide
to
off.
stab. And I'm going to use that that moment of clarity thing. Is that for? Can you use that for attacks?
Oh yeah.
You can use it for.
Don't forget
gonna
you
use
have
it
your
for an attack
individual
then.
fortune.
Oh, we didn't have fortune.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Use-
I forgot to mention. Everybody starts with one fortune.
Oh, okay.
He mentions that at 9:57.
My bad. Everybody starts with one fortune.
It's all right. No, it's funny though.
I'll burn my fortune and I'll make mine succeed to grab it. So.
Does
I'm
an
burning
18
that.
hit it?
What'd you get, Steve?
18.
Yes, that is a solid hit.
I am size 1/2. Ooh, wow, 6.
Okay. He kind of makes a grunting sound as if that hurt him. And he gives you the one of his mismatched eyes, looks at you and gives you the evil glare. And who else is going slow? Green glow.
I don't want to get too close to him, like within range of him, but I would like to see what is on the table, if the person's living or dead or
Okay,
what he's operating on.
this person is living and screaming and kind of writhing around, but he's tied down to the table. And this person appears to be sedated. They're just laying there. They look like another, based on the stitches all over them, they look like another harvester.
The one sedated or the one writhing?
The one sedated appears to be another harvester.
Okay, I'm going to go to the one writhing and try to get him untied.
That's this dude.
Okay. Then I fly around there and do whatever little fairy crap I can do.
Okay, yeah, I will just assume you
Spray
managed
pixie
to.
dust and cause a nuisance.
He basically just has the buckle restraints on him, so all you got to do is unbuckle him.
Okay. Well, that will probably take a full action given the size of my little character.
Sure.
So,
All right, very good. So Zatada, you are the last slow to go.
I was following I just can't actually get around the corner. Get around the corner. My token's being temperamental.
The short redhead.
Yes, the one that I knew from being locked up.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, you saw her disappear around that corner.
Okay. As far as I can go. I don't know if I actually see the combat going on yet.
You can hear it pretty clearly now with your approach to the surgery room. You definitely hear the sounds of the telltale sounds of battle going on very close by. Okay, so now with you completing your move, the surgeon is free to act, and with his scalpel in hand, he starts swiping away at one of you.
The vampire?
And-
What?
Like a surgeon.
All right, let's see. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 targets. So I'm going to say Vorvon, you're number 1. Blue, you're number 2. Delano, you're number 3. And Baranora, you're number 4.
Come on, 1.
Yeah, everybody's turn for me. Good to be
All right.
Delano.
Delano wins the lottery, and the surgeon takes a
Wins the-
swipe at
Wins
the
the scalpel
halfling.
lottery.
Yeah. The surgeon takes a swipe at the halfling with his scalpel, and it will be a sad day for the halfling if he connects.
Hmm.
And that is a connection. So he starts to slice off a bit of Delano, doing 7 points of damage to you, sir.
Yeah, he drops.
All right, Delano goes down as an artery is exposed.
Is
And-
this where we pick a battle scar or no? Hold on. We
Well,
do that if
you can do battle scars, and you can take that instead of the blow. So
Instead of the
Yeah.
damage, yeah.
yeah, you'll be standing maybe. So.
No, I'll just take the blow. I don't care.
Hit him in the juicy bit.
Yeah.
Oh, come
Okay.
on, take the battle scar. What's the worst that can happen?
I've seen it.
All right, let's go ahead and get the second round going with fast and slow turns. Unless somebody's got something at the end of the first round.
At level 0, I don't think anybody does.
Delano has a death saving throw fate roll.
Yeah,
It's true.
does have that.
Fate roll, Delano.
What am I rolling?
Fate
D6.
Or it's at the center of your sheet underneath your damage. You can have fate.
Yeah, I'll add it to your roll list before we play again.
Number 4. So nothing,
right, I
nothing,
believe
no
that
changes.
is- That is not a bad thing or a good thing. You just are still
Yeah.
laying there.
All right.
No change, and it's condition.
All right.
Wait, what's that thing that I had from being maimed though? You remember?
Oh, yeah, you can use a triggered action to.
No, yeah, no. 6 and plus 6, you are up. So.
Yeah, let me use that maimed thing with the triggered action thing where I don't die.
Yes, that would be good. Roll a
Or don't
d6.
become incapacitated. It's not so bad.
Excuse me. Roll a d6.
Yeah, get that 6.
Okay.
You're awake.
Go 6. Go 6.
Roll a 1 and you bleed out.
No.
Oh.
Oh, so close.
But yet so far away.
All right. My
Beat
eyes
you
are
to
going. All right. Round the second. All the fast turns go fast.
All right, I'm chaining him in the face, but before I do, I am going to see if I go in. I'm going to use a moment of clarity on myself. So I gain 2 insanity if I fail, but I get a boon. Chain with agility with 1 boon. 10 versus his defense.
Oh,
Someone's getting
sadness.
insanity.
Probably.
Not good enough, my friend. Not good enough.
All right, character sheet.
Have
we
you
are
used your
at-
fortune yet?
I haven't, and it's one of those crappy things where I know it's only 1 damage, and so it kind of sucks. I'll wait and see. I'll take it. I'm only at 10 insanity. I got 3 more before I go mad.
All right. No problem. Your choice. Totally. So let's move on. Who's going fast next?
I guess I will. I'm going to do the same thing. Moment of clarity, and I'm going to swing the sword. 15 plus 1, 16.
That is a solid hit.
Oh, thank God. I can't take as much as he can.
Yeah, I am a will spellcaster, so
4 damage.
All right. He is. You can see a big stain of blood, just basically coating his white, already blood-stained surgeon's jacket, as another piece of skin slides off of his frame. But he's still standing and still looks pretty solid, so he is still a threat to you. Next up,
I will move up and see the man who I last remember, before dying. And can I make a to get close to him?
can you make a what? I'm sorry.
A double move action.
Well,
Get
you
close
can
to
use
him.
the rush action, which means that you can move twice your speed.
Okay. Um. I think that's as close as I can get. So does rush take up movement and action, or just action?
The rush is an action, so if you use rush, then you are pretty much done unless you have a triggered action you can use. So you could use your triggered action to take a step if you want.
Yeah, you
I'm
go
gonna
one more
see if
step
he-
forward.
try to see if he could charge, because he could move and then charge, and at the end of the charge, he would get an attack. And
That's
he could
true.
move through Delano and Baranora's spaces because they're both smaller than him. So he could end up in this space here and be whacking the guy from that right if he wanted to charge. He'd have a bane on the attack.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
So you
All
kind
right,
of
doesn't
run
hurt.
over and jump over the halfling and the Cambion and land on the table with the dying guy.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Well, that's where the Cambion is on the table with the dying guy.
You have to do a little parkouring, but you can get there.
Power slide. No, I
Use
should
the
just
blood
hit
of
him
the body
with
to
the
finish
rock
your
and
movement.
slap him with the hand of the dead guy because it's been working super great for me. Dedicated to this character I am.
Hey, Sergeant,
get
let
it.
me give you a hand.
I think he would definitely
Dedicated.
appreciate it. Yeah. No.
That's
Oh.
not
Too
a
much
good
blood.
sign. That's not a good sign.
So sad, so sad. But that's okay. You still got next round. There's always next round, unless he kills you. All right, that was
Just so dead guy.
that was a Tada. Who else is going fast? Vorvon and Blue.
Yeah. You want to do it or you want me?
Blue actually went, didn't you? What'd you do? You did a moment of clarity, or was that last round?
No, I already went. Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, you're done. Okay, I forgot to take you off.
No problem.
All right, Vorvon, you're up.
Last time I used my fortune to actually grab him.
Yeah.
So this time I'm going to try to bite him.
All right, here's what you do. You try to bite him, but you only grab onto the loose flesh around his neck, and you rip a little bit of it off. You're not able to sink your teeth into any meat.
Anything good. All right.
We can't share fortunes, can we?
I forget. You'll have to look it up in the book and see what you're allowed to do with the
Nah, I mean, you can only use it for yourself, I'm pretty sure.
Because I'd give my fortune to you in a heartbeat to have you here.
Yeah.
Okay, so if Surgeon goes fast, he is going to take a swipe at somebody. So now he now has 5 targets, but I think I'm just going to choose this time. And he's going to swipe at the vampire who is trying to bite at his neck. And he
Right.
does not like that.
It's just a nibble.
Get
All
off
right.
me, you filthy undead creature.
I am that.
There's so many undead creatures to swing for.
I know. You know, there is another one.
Nice.
All right, he manages to connect
Dead.
with the scalpel. He digs at your gut a little bit, doing 6 points of damage.
Yeah, I'll take a scar instead of taking the damage.
All right.
Yay, battle scar.
Somebody needs
And
to find that out, though.
the surgeon is done for this round, but Green Glow is going to finish things off, right, Green Glow?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna fly around and. Has the guy been stabilized?
No, you just unbuckled him. He is flailing around the table now with a limb half cut off.
Our guy that got.
No, our guy is still bleeding out.
Okay, I'm gonna go stabilize our guy.
Woohoo!
All right.
And what do I need to roll?
I know it's an int roll.
Yeah, it's a challenge roll, and if you have a med kit, you get a boon, which you don't, so it should be straight up.
Yeah, it's just a normal int roll. And then Dan, would you tell me what to roll on Battle Scar?
As long as it's not a strength roll.
I don't have Battle Scar open up here.
Okay. You can. I know you have it.
Yeah, and well, I've got it automated on my other campaign as a bunch of rollable tables.
Yeah, I haven't
Just
added
like-
it as a rollable table yet.
I could go over there and do it, I guess.
Yeah, let me see if I can. I should be able to open it pretty quick.
I want to do it.
I've got it in here somewhere. Here we go, Battle Scars.
All right, you're faster than I could get into the other campaign.
Yep, I got it right now.
Okay, injuries.
D6.
Oh!
Yeah, you did not stick like that.
Green glow. I stick this in here. Does that help?
Yeah. He's so big, I don't understand.
Well, we know who the healer of the group won't be.
It's the thought that counts, Green Glow. All right, so that ends round the second. We move on to round the third, and let's get the fast and slow turns up while you guys come up with your master plan to end the surgeon.
All right, we need Delano needs to make his second fate roll, and I missed the result of the injury. What happened?
No, I was waiting for you. I was just.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and roll 1d6.
Yep, roll d6.
Okay. D6 1.
Okay, 1 is a major injury. Roll 4d6 and find the total on the injuries table.
Darn it.
Pretty much average.
All right, 46 is a 12. Bleeding injury. That's fitting.
Very fitting.
You can probably use an action to try and staunch it, I think.
Yeah, that's usually what it is. Okay.
And each round you take
There it is.
1d6.
End of each round, take 1d6 damage from the injury. Multiple bleeding injuries have cumulative effect. Creature that can reach you can staunch the wound and remove one bleeding injury by getting a success on an intellect challenge roll. Using a healer's kit grants one boon. So if somebody wants to help you out, like Green Glow, who is the medic, medic. Okay, so it looks like we got our fast and slows up. So let's get the fast going.
Sorry, I missed the.
I guess I'll swing at him again.
Yeah, you do it, then I'll do it.
Moment of clarity.
Did our guy survive? Oh,
Yeah, he's still there on the ground. He's okay. Yeah, he hasn't died yet.
Yeah, Mark rolled a
20, I know
5, so
hits.
he's covered.
so So now I've got 2 people to choose from.
3 whole damage.
Vorvon, you took 5 points of bleeding damage at the end of last round.
Oh, okay.
So that did no good.
Yeah.
Did you kill him before I make this final roll here?
I did 3 damage.
Oh, all right. Then I'll attack.
All right, 3 damage. He glares at you again, but he is still up and alive.
Does a 13 hit?
Yes, that is a strike.
5 damage, and I don't go insane.
All right, excellent.
Yeah.
I would have been 1 point away already.
Yeah.
Okay, the surgeon is struck solidly with your chain, and you actually hit him upside the head with the end of the chain, and it kind of knocks his head off of his spine a little bit, and his head is like dangling at a weird angle. He's still alive, which is weird, but it looks like his head's not quite connected to his spine anymore. So it's just kind of like rolling on the side a little bit. Okay, so that was Blue. Who's next? Vorvon is down.
No, he's down. Ariana went.
The man who charged him is the one who's not being hit.
Okay,
Yeah, no.
so the only one that's left as fast is Surgeon. So he is going to take a swing at Blue. You're right in front of him, so he's going to take a swing at you.
I couldn't think of any reason why it wouldn't be me, so I couldn't even say anything.
Good lord, this guy strikes.
Drop.
5 damage, Blue.
5, I take it like a snake.
Very
Yeah,
good.
you did kind of just remove his head from his spine, so I could see him attacking you.
Yeah, I was like, man, I'd like to try and pass this off, but I'm really the target, I think. So
Zatada, you're up.
I was going to say,
Rock.
overall, I've done more damage, but you did the most at that one hit.
right, that one hit. Yep.
Hit him with a rock.
Come on, rock this dude.
Yep.
People's elbow.
Boom.
Give him the rock.
There's some damage.
All right, good hit.
Yeah.
Good damage.
Yeah, I made good connection.
Very nice. You knock one of his arms out of its socket, and it's dangling there at a weird angle as well, along with his head. But this guy is impossibly still
Question.
standing there with his scalpel ready to take another swing. Let's go
Oh,
on to round the fourth.
I didn't get the scalpel hand.
I
did
need
not hit the
fate
scalpel.
rolls from 2 people.
Sorry, Green Glow, did you go?
Ringo. Green.
No, I'm not yet. My whole goal is to. How many are down now?
2.
Only 2. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm bleeding.
Only.
Oh, the vampire's not down. It's 2 others that are down.
No, I am down.
Oh, you're okay.
I'm bleeding.
You're one of the 2, and you're bleeding. So if you don't save this round, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll go help the vampire.
Because all you have to do is do an action and stop the bleeding. That's all I really need.
Oh, there's no roll?
Oh, there's a roll.
Oh, to stop the bleeding?
Yep.
I thought it was just an action to stop the bleeding.
It's an action to make the roll to stop the bleeding.
Huh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's what I thought. So I'll go on ahead and do that, and I'll have a moment of clarity in order to save the vampire, who I don't know if he dies or not.
So 1 hour, Dan?
we die. We kind of die.
Well, I don't know any better, so I'm acting like this is life and death, since if he takes damage, he'll automatically die. That's my logic,
No.
and that's my roll, I think.
There you go. All right, nice
All
job.
right, well done. Well done.
Well, a moment of clarity was beautiful. In a moment of clarity, I figured out how you actually help somebody
Yeah.
who's undead.
Nelson, did you notice Mark rolled his third, so he stabilized. He wakes up in an hour. We did
Excellent.
that kind of behind the scenes.
Very good.
So,
All right, round the fourth. Let's get that going. You've got this
right.
guy on the ropes. Let's see if you can't finish him off.
Kind of ropes. Right.
All right. I'm roping him. I got to go for it.
Yeah.
Let's get some clarity action going. Let's get some chain attack action with that.
Insanity. He wants
Submit.
that
Boom.
insanity.
20 for a point, though. Crap,
Whoa.
only 1 point.
Hey, every point counts.
Yep,
You
that was a
slap
hit.
another bit of flesh off of him.
One.
And I'm going to do the same thing with the sword.
All right,
16
that's a hit.
for 3.
3 more piled on. You slice some more off of the surgeon.
God, die, motherfucker, die.
he
Hit him
has
with the-
definitely enhanced himself,
No.
but the
Yeah.
enhancements are coming to an end rather quickly if you keep going at this pace.
All right, Satata, finish him off with that rock. Oh, you missed. Shit.
Nope.
You fail.
Totally shit the bed with that rock.
Oh, sad, because that means the surgeon gets one more strike.
Oh yeah, Surgeon D-bag.
All right, Blue. Sorry, you're still standing. You got to go down. So he's
I'll just
gonna
lay down. He doesn't have to stab me.
He does not want you to exert
Oh,
yourself.
shit.
Yeah.
4
Yeah,
points.
I drop.
All right.
He wants to save you for later.
And then the surgeon turns to Baranora and Zatada and says, see how easy it is for me. You will be next. Let's see, Green Glow, you're up.
Well, I've got somebody new to save. I'm going to have another moment of clarity. What could go wrong?
Insanity.
I'm already insane.
Yep.
In the membrane.
Yeah, if I would have failed last round, I would have had 3 insanity.
Sweet. Stabilize.
Very nice. All right, let's get those turns back up for round the 5th.
So does that heal me 1 damage or just make me stop taking damage?
I think it heals 1.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
If you roll it 6,
No, he rolled a heal check.
oh, I know on a fate roll, if you roll a 6, you get 1 point.
Right, but I think if you get a healing roll, it gives them 1.
I think it is. I think you're correct.
All right. We got some fast up there, missing some. Those are the guys that are down, I assume.
And mine's
So
popping in there.
go for it. Zatada and
21. I rolled a 21. That hits, and I did 5.
excellent.
Nice.
All right. Basically, Baranora, when the surgeon turns to you and says, see how easy it is for me, you basically just leap on him with your sword and bury it deep in his chest. And you can tell his chest is not real solid. It just kind of caves in. And You dig your sword in all the way through. It hits the stone at the bottom as you ride his body down. You kind of roll over him, and he kind of squirms around a little bit, and you see all the stitches on his body just all of a sudden in unison just come unglued or unstitched, and his body just literally falls apart in front of you as he disintegrates into a pile of goo.
Oh, I jump back into the goo and I keep stabbing.
All right.
I was about to say, I swing the rock. Just
Into the goo.
All right, well done, people. You have taken out the surgeon, and you have really no other opponents of worthy of note. So what we'll do is we will go ahead and wrap up the session for tonight here, and then via email, I will tell you what else you have found in your search throughout the prison. Now that you are unhampered by any opponents, you can search freely. And so I will let you know via email what you find, and then you can tell me what your plans are at this point. But I will tell you one thing. It feels like another tremor is coming on. So you don't have forever to search this place. So any last words?
Yeah. Does this mean we're going to be level 1?
Next
session, you will be level 1. Yes.
All right.
So we make our characters now.
Do we need to level up our character?
You will need to level up your character to first level.
All right.
Pick your novice path.
Barbarian.
Adept.
Adept.
magician.
Rogue.
Priest.
All right.
All right.
Like
Good array.
All right. I'm going to run out of here. Great first game. Loved it. I hope everybody else enjoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
All right. I'm going to jump out of here so that I can get my beauty sleep.
All right. Same here. Thank you, guys. And we will see you next Thursday. Same bat time, same bat channel.
All right. Thanks, Mel.
All right.
All right.
Good, bud.
Thanks, Mel.
Thanks, Allison. Good job for the first night.
All right.
Enjoyed
Thanks,
it.
sir.